There once was a king who was a very good king. He did everything right in the sight of God and man. He grew his country, he protected things, he brought things back into great prosperity. And then it came a kind of time where he was supposed to die. And the prophet came to him and said, "Get your house in order, for you will die." You know what he did? Instead of getting a house in order, which was just a call to live the rest of his life in wisdom, he decided that he would ask God for more life. Not a bad prayer. Many people have done it, many people will do it again. And I probably have done it and will do it again. But here's what he did. He asked God in prayer that he would remember all the good things he did and then give him a longer life. So God turned the prophet around and said, "You know what? You get 15 more years of life." So this king, how did he repay the Lord for getting 15 more years of life? He said, "This is good. I accept it, of course." He did not repay the favor. And he lived the last 15 years of his life as if it didn't matter. He actually birthed a son that within 3 years that became the worst king ever to follow in his footsteps and lived the longest reign of terror upon his people, upon everybody. So what is the lesson in that? Once upon a time there was a king who did what was right until he thought he knew it all and could not be stopped. Until he got prideful with what he was given and decided to live how he wanted to. So that's the lesson in this. You have an opportunity today to live better than that king. You have an opportunity to continue on with what you do know and with what you don't know, the knowns and the unknowns. And just trust it all to the Lord and live a life worthy of the favor that he has given you, which is long life, which is another day, which is another breath. Everything you got is given to you. And God's going to say, "I'll give you more." He is a God of more. But if you're willing to let it all go astray just because you want to live the way you want to live, or you've decided that you won't pay the favor of one more day, you won't pay the favor of a longer life. Let me tell you, it did not work out for this king. In the end, he birthed something that would destroy his dynasty, that would destroy his line, that would destroy his immediate success and his successors' lives. So they were carried away in captivity. Now, of course, they came back eventually. Why all the hassle? Why all the loss? Just because he wouldn't repay a favor that God gave him. And this is the point. We have been given a favor, and you have been given a favor. And if we take it for granted, one more day, one more breath, if you have breath in your lungs, you have the favor of God upon your life. It is meant to be praise to God. You give your praise to God because he gave you that breath. I'm telling you, he is more involved in your life today than he's ever been. And he will continue to show you the ways you need to go. But if you're going to walk along and think you're just got your own breath, you think that everything in life has just been from your hard work or by sheer luck or willpower, it's not true. God has given you so many things, and God will continue to give to you so many things, but he requires a look up. He requires some gratitude. He requires you to repay the favor, to end your life well, to live a life well. Who cares really about the exact end? What about the living? What about the now? What about the family that you can change? What about the people that you can touch right now with your spirit, with your kindness, with your goodness? What about them? Do they just suffer because you don't see that perspective? Because you don't understand that perspective? That God's here for you and that he gave you life for a reason? That he wants to see you prosper? That he wants to see you grow? He doesn't even care so much about your prosperity, like here in the prosperous Dubai, where everything is so luxurious. He doesn't really care, and I find it kind of, just looking at it all. Not because I don't enjoy it and think that mankind can do great things, but because it's not necessary for a good life. It's not necessary for good health. To have money only solves money problems. That's all it solves. But if you can have your heart and I can have my heart surrendered to God, and we live a life worthy of the calling that he's given us, and walk by faith, not by sight, and move forward with what we got, we will not be like the king that didn't repay the favor. You have a favor, it's already been given to you. There's going to be more favors, there's going to be more. But you can't get that more if you don't do well with what you have now. Be faithful in little, you will get much. That is a true statement that will always work, always has, always will. Seed time and harvest will endure until the earth is destroyed. It's still here. So that means you sow seeds, you will reap a harvest later than you sowed and more than you sowed. So sow a good harvest. Don't reap or birth the destruction of your lineage because you don't see the favor that is already upon your life. God bless you. This is Rick from Dubai, and I want to say, Jesus talks, and he has all the answers.